Miss Rusink here with your daily video challenge for today. This week we are talking about weather, and I'm going to begin today with a song that will give you a clue as to what we're going to be learning about today. Here we go. Weather watcher, what do you see? What do you see? Tell us what the weather's like, tell us what the weather's like. Won't you please, won't you please? Try singing it with me this time. Ready? Weather watcher, what do you see? What do you see? Tell us what the weather's like, tell us what the weather's like. Won't you please, won't you please? So if you haven't guessed it yet, what we're talking about today is weather watchers. What is another name for a weather watcher? It's a job or a career that one of you might want when you grow up. These weather watchers are called meteorologists. That's a really long word. Let's say that one together. Ready? Meteorologists. A meteorologist, like I said, is a job or career that maybe one of you might like to do someday. So let's learn what a meteorologist is and some things that they might do. First of all, meteorologists are scientists. They also predict the weather. Sometimes they don't know what the weather is going to be for the whole week, but they can predict the weather. They use patterns and they use lots of tools. This book is called Meteorologist Tools, and they use all those tools to help them figure out what the weather will be like. So some of the tools they use are a thermometer, Doppler Radar, and a rain gauge. Now, meteorologists can also be on the news. So if you became a meteorologist, that's something you might like to think about. Maybe you could be on the news telling other people about the weather. Meteorologists make forecasts, which we'll learn what that word means. And they also study math and science. That helps them when they study math and science to make their weather forecasts and predict the weather. So these are some different things that meteorologists do. So today we are going to be reading a book called Meteorologists Tools to help us learn a little more about what meteorologists do and what tools do they need to do their job, okay? So if you look at the cover, you can see lots of different tools. Do you recognize any of these tools? Do they look familiar to you? I thought it was super interesting because this book was not written this year or last year. It was written 9 years ago. I opened up the book, I turned the page, and I looked to the side here where it says copyright 2011. That tells me that this book was written in 2011, 9 years ago. That was a while ago. So I wonder, do meteorologists still use all of these tools, or maybe there's been some new tools created since then? I thought that was something that I found kind of interesting. A question that I have, I would like to learn more about. Let's begin reading our story today. Meet a meteorologist. What does a meteorologist do? Meteorologists study the atmosphere. Learning about the atmosphere helps them predict the weather. Why do meteorologists need tools? Tools help meteorologists do their jobs. They use tools to measure, record, and display information about the atmosphere. And also, I forgot to show you guys the table of contents over here with all of the titles and then what page that they are on. The next page says Meteorologist Tools. And you can see, friends, on this page, there's lots of pictures and they are labeled, just like we learned about in writing workshop. You can label pictures to show people what the pictures are. So on this page, it says weather radar, and this shows your weather radar. That's what that is. Barometer. This is your barometer. We'll learn more about what each of these are on the next few pages. Computer model up here. And then thermometer, and they point up here. You might know what a thermometer is and what that does. The first page heading, remember this is called a heading, is barometer. Take a look at that picture. I wonder if barometers are still used by meteorologists, or maybe they look a little bit different today. Fast fact, the barometer was invented in 1643. Wow, that's a long time ago. A barometer measures air pressure. The Earth is surrounded by air. Air has weight. Air pressure is the weight of the air on the Earth. When the air pressure is low, it is often cloudy. High pressure means it will probably be sunny. When the air pressure changes quickly, it usually gets windy. So high pressure, a bigger number, means it will probably be sunny. So if you use a barometer, you can tell if it will be sunny or windy or cloudy. Fast fact, air pressure can be shown on a graph, a dial, or a map. Ethan is a meteorologist. He reads a barometer to see if the air pressure has changed. So in this picture, he's reading the barometer to see what's happening with the air pressure. Fast fact, the curvy lines on a weather map are called isobars. So what are these white lines called? Isobars. Gretchen points to a high pressure area on the map. It is probably sunny there. Remember, high pressure usually means sunny weather. The heading on this page says weather radar. Fast fact, a common type of weather radar is called Doppler radar. Weather radar is used to find rain. The radar station sends out a signal. When the signal hits water in the air, it bounces back. The longer it takes the signal to return, the farther away the rain is. Weather radar can also show how hard it is raining. And it shows which way a storm is moving. So they might use weather radar to see where the storm is coming from, when it will start raining. That's a really cool tool. Oh, I love this page. Fast fact, on a radar map, color shows how hard it is raining. So what do you guys think? Which color is showing the hardest rain? What would you guess? Is it the blue, the green, the yellows, or the reds? What do you think? Let's read to find out. Information from the radar is shown on maps. Denise is pointing to a big storm. So it says she's pointing to the big storm here in the middle. So the red must show where the most rain is. Fast fact, radar can tell the difference between rain, snow, sleet, and hail. And I love this page. What do you see behind this meteorologist? Something that we have in our classroom called a green screen. Gretchen is in front of a green screen. On TV, the radar map shows instead of the green screen. So just like in our classroom, you can put a different picture in the background. So here's what it looks like on TV. Remember, meteorologists can be on the news or on TV. This heading says thermometer. There's the thermometer. A thermometer measures the temperature. Some of you may have already known that. Fast fact, temperature is measured in degrees. Sometimes you hear people say, it is 75 degrees outside. That's how it's measured. A thermometer is often part of a weather station. Weather stations measure a lot of different things. They measure temperature, wind, speed, and rain. Fast fact: a thermometer that is in the sun will say it's hotter than it really is. So let's see what this meteorologist does to fix that problem. Susie checks the temperature on a thermometer. It's in the shade, so it shows the correct temperature. So see how Susie, she hid the thermometer under this little lip so that the sun couldn't get to it. Fast fact: some people have weather stations at their homes or businesses. Cool. Gretchen looks at a weather station. It shows the inside and outside temperature. This heading says computer model. That's what that looks like. Fast fact: computer models were first used in the 1950s. A computer model is used to forecast the weather. Computer models use a lot of information. The information comes from barometers, that's another tool we learned about, radar stations, and thermometers. Computer models use the information and math to predict the weather. So to make a guess about what the weather will be. The forecasts are shown on colorful maps. Here they're forecasting what temperature it will be in different areas. Fast fact: meteorologists use many kinds of computer models. Let's see what Gretchen is doing here. Gretchen looks at a computer model. The red and pink areas show where it will be really hot. So if you look at that map, the red and pink show it will be very hot, and the other areas are a little bit cooler. Let's see what Denise is doing. Fast fact: some computer models show where hurricanes will go. Denise is working with a computer model. It shows where it might rain. That's what she's looking at. That green area on her map is showing where it might rain. So friends, for your challenge today, I would like for you guys to watch the weather with your mom or your dad and pay attention to what the weather person or the meteorologist says, maybe some of the tools that you see them using to give the weather forecast. So that's your first challenge. Your next challenge, if you can see on the screen, it says weather report for kids. So what you're going to do is practice giving your own weather report if you'd like. The first part says, good morning, today is, and then you're going to say, what day is it? Okay, the next part says, the weather will be, and then you can choose one of these pictures. Sunny, windy, snowy, partly cloudy, partly sunny, rainy, or thunderstorms coming, cloudy. And then the next part says you might want to wear, and then you describe some different things that people might want to wear on that day. The temperature will be, and you can look this up online with your parents, your mom or dad, or you can also listen to the weather report on TV and they'll tell you what the temperature will be, how hot or warm or cool. And then at the end, you'll say, thank you for watching. Have a great day. So begin practicing this because you will have a chance to give your own weather report to the rest of your friends. So that is your next challenge for today. I hope you guys have a great day and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.